All right, so come to the top of your mat. Have your big toes to touch. Lengthen up your spine. Press your palms to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Take another deep breath in. Full breath out. Start to bring in your Ujjayi breath. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And take an inhale. Reach your arms in front of you up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Fingertips to the ground. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Low lunge. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, shoulders right over your wrists. Exhale, bend the knees, lower chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra, squeeze the shoulder blades towards the midline. Exhale, downward facing dog, lifting the tail to the sky. Step your left foot top of the mat, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up to the sky. Exhale, hands back to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Step your left leg back, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward, body in a straight line. Exhale, lower to knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra, upper thighs off of the mat. Exhale, straight into down dog. Right leg top of the mat, left knee down, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg top of the mat, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward, squeeze the core. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward, right knee down, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward, left knee down, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, heart center. We're going through one more round. Take your own pace. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Right leg back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart center. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg back. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, forward. Exhale, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Right leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Mountain pose. Come back to the top of the mat, big toes to touch. Lengthen the spine, reach the fingertips to the ground. Take a moment here, either adjusting the eyes down, closing them. And then just shift your weight forward into the fronts of the toes, back into your heels, finding the center of your feet. Shift slightly to the left edge of the foot, the right, returning back to the center of your feet. Press into your feet, engage your legs, glutes, abdomen, chest and back muscles. Strong arms as you reach the fingertips to the ground. Whole body is active and engaged as you lengthen and deepen your Ujjayi breath. Just another breath as you feel the feet grounded into the earth. On your next exhale, open the eyes, press your hands to your heart. Step your left leg out wide, coming into a goddess pose squat. So bring the toes out, heels in. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, coming into the squat. Watch the knees stay behind the toes. Inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, coming into your goddess squat. Inhale, out and up. This exhale, hold here for a moment. Take a look. Knees are behind the toes, tailbones tucked, long spine, shoulders away from the ears. One more full round of breath. As you inhale, sweep the arms out and up, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands back to your hips, wide leg forward fold, arches at the feet face each other, toes straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen up the spine. Exhale, fold, place the hands down to the mat. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, continue your fold, taking whatever stance needed between the feet. A little shorter, a little wider. Keeping the fingertips and toes facing straight ahead towards the crown of the head. Pulling in the core muscles each time you fold forward. One more deep breath here. On an inhale, hands to hips, come all the way up. Pivot right toes forward for warrior two. Find a bend into the right knee. Adjust your left foot as needed. Lengthening through the lateral sides of the body, reaching the fingertips opposite directions. Strong back muscles, an imaginary pencil right between the shoulder blades. Couple of deep breaths here. See if you can sink a little bit deeper, getting that thigh parallel to the ground. Good. Squeezing the leg muscles, squeezing the core. One more full inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, right arm to the thigh, left arm up and over your ear, lengthening through that lateral side of the body, reaching the left arm over the head. Find a gaze that's more comfortable for you. And you can try out this pose or try a half bind. Maybe you're taking a full bind or just waiting for the body to warm up before you take a bind. Take a couple breaths, pressing both heels into the ground. Nice. Take another breath. On your inhale, reach the arms out. Exhale, frame your top foot. Come to a plank. We're going to lower all the way down to the belly for locust pose. We're just going to start to get that back warmed up and strengthened for a peak posture. So take a deep breath in, full breath out. So you inhale, reach the heart and toes off of the mat, reaching the fingertips towards the back. Holding that imaginary ball between the hands, squeezing the glutes. Straight gaze down. One more inhale. Exhale, lower down. Palms underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes. Either knees to down dog or pressing up into push-up, down dog. Couple of breaths here, just pedal out the feet. I'm going to inhale at the top of the mat. As you exhale, you can either step, or we're going to use the stomach muscles to hop up just lightly. Good. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Coming back into that goddess squat. So this time, right toes go towards the back edge of the mat. And bringing the heels in, toes out. Take an inhale, reach your arms out and up. Exhale, bending the knees, goddess squat. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, coming into the squat. Inhale, out and up. Exhale, pause and hold here. Making sure the back is long, shoulders away from the ears, pressing the palms to the heart. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, straighten the legs. Exhale, hands to your hips, wide leg forward fold. Inner arches of the feet face each other, toes straight ahead. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. If you like, you can interlace the hands behind the back or just taking them back down to the ground. If they're to the lower back, maybe you start to work the knuckles away up towards the ceiling. And hugging the core muscles in, squeezing the outer gluteus medius and thighs. One more full breath here. On your inhale, slowly come all the way up. Pivot your left toes back bend your left knee for warrior two. Make any adjustments needed with the right foot. Arms out to the sides. Draw shoulder blades together. Tops of the shoulders away from the ears. Finding that nice alignment in the left knee over the ankle. So you can sink a little deeper, getting that left thigh parallel to the ground. One more inhale. Exhale, extended side angle, left forearm on top of the left thigh, right arm up and over your ear. If you're staying here, concentrate on squeezing that left thigh, pressing the forearm into the thigh so that you're not sinking into that shoulder. An option to take any of the other variations here. If you want to take a half bind, back of the hand to the sacrum, maybe bringing that left arm underneath the thigh, taking a clasp here. Any of the variations you like. Keep a bend in the front leg. Keep breathing. All right, one more deep breath. Inhale, return to warrior two. Exhale, frame your foot, stay in a plank. Lower all the way down to the belly locust pose. Really strengthening the back here. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. On your inhale, lifting the heart and toes off of the mat, reaching the fingertips back. You can try and find a gaze straight down so you're not using the back of your neck to lift. Using those back muscles, shoulders, glutes. One more inhale. Exhale, come all the way back down. Come up onto the palms, tuck your toes, either moving through tabletop down dog or straight into push-up, down dog. Couple of breaths here, pedaling out the feet. We're taking an inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, draw the knee to the belly. Inhale, kick the right leg back. Exhale, warrior one. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, left heel comes down. Finding your stance here. Reach the arms forward and up. Pressing that left heel into the ground. Left toes are out slightly on an angle. Reach the fingertips up, inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, bend and squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. An option to come into humble warrior, hands interlaced behind the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Always an option to stay upright, having the hands overhead. Continue that deep lunge in the right leg. One more full breath. Inhale, sweep your arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to the hips, pyramid pose. Step your left foot in a little closer. Left toes stay out on a slight angle, left heel in. Making sure the fronts of the hip bones forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Use the blocks if needed, either side of the right foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, using those core muscles. Hug in close to the top of the right thigh. Chin in towards the chest, tops of the shoulders away from the ears. One more full round of breath. Bend your knees, hands to your hips. Inhale to come up. Step your left foot to the top of the mat. Reach for your block. We're going to take a couple rounds of chair, taking the block right between the thighs. So you're going to squeeze the thigh muscles in. So just place that block above the knee. And we're going to reach the fingertips up. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, sweep the arms to the back. Squat pose. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, chair rather than squat. Inhale, reach up. On your exhale, you're going to hold this chair pose for just a breath or two, reaching the fingertips back, holding an imaginary ball between the hands. Squeezing that block, inner thighs working here. Inhale, stand up, reach the fingertips up, and then release the block, come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, as you plant your palms, see if you can lightly hop to a plank. Good, take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down to the knees. We're going to come into a forearm plank here. Come onto the forearms, making sure that the forearms are shoulder width apart. Press into the palms. And we're going to tuck the toes and lift one knee at a time off of the mat. Hug the core in, squeeze the glutes, keeping the gaze straight down. Take this for one more count. I'm going to come into dolphin, so walking the toes in a little closer. So we're in our downward facing dog stance, our triangle pose here. So making sure that we're not just sinking down into the elbows, forearms, but really lifting through that tailbone, hug the rib cage in. Always an option to come to down dog or child's pose. One more inhale. Exhale over to the knees. Come back to palms, downward facing dog. And inhale, lift the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend your knee, hug it to the belly button. Inhale, kick your leg back. Exhale, warrior one, step your foot through. Taking your time to come into the proper pose, reaching the fingertips forward and up. Right heel down, heel in, toes out. Reaching the arms forward and up. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the upper back. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bend. Inhale, reach the fingertips up. And exhale, option for humble warrior or just to keep the arms overhead. Lengthen the spine, inhale. Exhale, folding forward. See if you can come to the inside of that left thigh. Bringing that shoulder to the inside of the thigh. Keep breathing here. Always an option to come back into warrior one. One more deep round of breath. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, hands back to your hips, pyramid pose. Step the right foot in a little bit closer. Right toes out on a slight angle, heel in, making sure the fronts of the hip bones face forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding over the left leg. You can use blocks either side of the left foot. Each time you exhale, you're hugging the core, coming a little closer towards the top of the left thigh. Chin in towards the chest. One more full round of breath. Bend your knees, hands to your hips. Inhale, come up. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, grabbing that block again for our chair pose. Sticking the block right between the thighs, just above the knees. Squeezing that block, using the strong inner thigh muscles here, our adductors. We'll take an inhale, sweep the arms forward and up. As you exhale, coming into that chair, seat goes past the heels, reach the fingertips back. Inhale, reach forward and up, straighten the legs. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, forward and up. Your exhale, we're gonna hold this here, so holding that imaginary beach ball between the hands of the back muscles, keeping a slight tuck of the tail, weight mostly into the heels, squeezing that block. Really strong thighs here. Good, inhale, sweep the arms forward and up, straighten the legs. Release the block and come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, come to a plank. And the lower down to the knees, coming into that forearm plank once again. Lower gently down to the forearms, shoulder width apart, plant the palms, and one at a time, lift the knees off of the mat, tuck under the tailbone, hug the ribs in, squeezing those transverse abdominal muscles here. Take another deep inhale. So we exhale, walk the feet in for dolphin pose. So walking just a little bit closer, still staying in that downward facing dog pose with the legs. You can always come into down dog or child's pose. Make sure to lift the sits bones and the tailbone back and up. One more inhale. Exhale, gently lower to knees. Coming back to down dog. Good. Take an inhale, reach right leg up and back. As you exhale, see if you can touch your right knee to the back of the right tricep. Good. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, come into high lunge. You can always come into low lunge if you like. Sweep the arms forward and up. Find that your right knee is behind the toes. Lifting the fingertips up. Take an inhale, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, open the arms out like a big T. Inhale, sweep forward and up. Exhale, open out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. This time, inhale, forward and up. Exhale, the hands to the hips, coming into warrior three. Bend your right knee, take the weight into the right foot, gently lifting the left toes off of the mat. So if you need to take a couple of taps, drawing that left toe in closer, tapping it on and off of the ground, finding your hands either at your heart back behind you, or straight out in front of you. Most helpful to find a focal point on the ground, a little spot that doesn't move. Finding your breath here. We're going to take one more deep breath. On your inhale, you're going to bend your left knee and lift it as you straighten the right. So lift the fingertips up. Keep the knee bent. Take an inhale. And exhale, release down. Nice. Hands to the heart. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or lightly hop to a plank. You can come to Chaturanga Dandasana here, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. I'm going to take an inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale as you bring that left knee to the back of the left tricep. Hug it in. Inhale, kick it back. Exhale, high lunge. Always an option to come into a low lunge. And again, remind yourself throughout the whole practice, you can always come to a child's pose. We'll take a deep breath in, reach the fingertips up. Exhale, open the arms out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, out. Hands to your hips, coming into warrior three. Keep your left knee bent, weight into the left foot as you tap the right foot on and off of the mat till it comes all the way off. Hands can come to the heart. Reach the fingertips back. Squeezing that right glute, right hamstring. Keeping that balance as you engage the inner and outer left thigh. Finding that balance, the inner and outer foot. One more deep breath. Your next inhale, you're going to slightly bend the left knee, bend the right as you reach your fingertips up. Foot comes in front of you, and exhale, lower down. You're going to come into Malasana pose here, garland pose. So toes come out, heels in. You're closer than you were in our goddess squat. We're going to take a deep breath, lift the heart. As you exhale, just bend the knees, coming into Malasana. So if you need to have a blanket, if the heels don't come off of the ground in your squat pose, just roll that underneath the heels. Otherwise, just sitting up nice and tall, pressing the hands to the heart, tucking under the tail, maybe using the elbows here to open the inner thighs out just a little bit more. You're welcome to bring the left hand down to the ground. Reach the right arm up and stretch, or just stay in your Malasana pose. We'll just gently switch. So now bringing the right hand down, left arm up to the sky, or again, if you like your hands right at the heart center. Take one more inhale. Exhale, place both hands down. We're going to come into a tabletop position here, so gently bring the knees down. We'll just take a moment here, couple of cat-cows. Inhale, lower the belly down. Exhale, curl and round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Once more, inhale, lower belly. Exhale, hug and round. And we're going to come into Virasana pose. So the knees can stay separated, or you can bring them together, however that feels. Keep the toes tucked and just sit back on your heels. We're going to give our wrists a little break here, a little stretch. So if you want to bring the backs of the hands together, And then just rotate from pinky to pinky to index finger or thumb. So we'll just take a couple of these. We have done a lot of wrist work and we need that for our peak pose. We need our wrists. So we're gonna just give it a little stretch. And if that feels good, to bring them together and just create some figure eights. And we're gonna do a little bit of core work before we work into our peak pose. So release the hands and just come down to the seat. We're gonna have a little fun with our boat pose. So this is not our typical boat pose. So you can start off with the knees bent, feet off of the ground. Just lift the fingertips either in front of you or up to the sky. Really squeezing the core, lifting that sternum. Try and use your core versus the quads here. And we're gonna play around with taking your hands to grab the big toes. So if you can get your index and middle finger to hold on, and we're just gonna lift the sternum, squeezing the core muscles. Nice, good work. And then if you want a little bit more, if you want another layer, we're gonna roll. So you're gonna roll back, and then you're gonna land right back into your boat pose. So we're gonna roll back and roll up, using the core muscles the whole time. Roll back, roll up. Good. We're gonna do that one more time. Roll back and roll up and hold. Good. Good job. Love it, love it. At the toes. All right, so we're now going to come into our peak posture, crow pose. So I will show you a couple ways that some people like to try it out. Some people like to have the blocks behind them so that their toes stay onto the blocks, so they have a little bit of height to start off with. But for me, that feels like maybe that's not my favorite way to start the pose. Some people like that. There's also having the block. So if you have the blocks for your toes, have the blanket or pillow for your head. Some people like to have the block, and they like to start off with their forehead on the block, so that when they're coming into their crow pose, they just kind of have to feel like their head's already touching the ground, so they don't have this fear of falling down, and then they lift their forehead. But we're gonna just play around with how we like the props, and we're gonna come into it nice and slowly. So for me, I don't like the props, so they actually, I don't wanna have them for my posture. So we're gonna start off just like we kind of were doing our Malasana pose. So we want to get in real close, have your palms to the ground, and then you're going to start to lift the hips and the tailbone up. So this is one way of doing it, just walk in, and then just start to have one knee at a time at the back of the tricep, and then just start to see how that feels. So you don't even have to take the toes off of the ground yet. You just start to notice how this feels. So there's a slight bend to the elbows. Your weight is onto the triceps. You're really squeezing the triceps here. And then the gaze is forward, maybe slightly up. And when we're doing our locust pose, we're using that back engagement, we're lifting up. So crow is not hunching forward. Crow is actually coming into almost an up dog. So imagine while you're doing that, that will keep you lifted. So that fear of falling, that will keep you from that fear of falling. Feel free to unmute, you guys, if you need to talk to me. So when I'm here and I'm just hunching forward, that's gravitational pull towards the ground. When I'm here and I'm lifting the heart, then I don't have that fear of falling because I'm really squeezing the back muscles. I'm squeezing the triceps, I'm pulling them in towards one another, and I'm having like a lift in the belly button and the pelvic floor. So there's a lot of muscles working here in the crow pose. My favorite, I love them. All right, right, so then we'll come into a forward fold. So we'll bring the legs out in front if you want to have a seat on your blanket. Reach your fingertips up, take a deep breath in, and then exhale, folding forward. Deep breath as you lengthen the spine, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. We'll take one more deep breath. As you inhale, reach the fingertips up. Release your hands down, bend your knees, and we're going to come to our back. We did a lot of work today, so let's take the rest of the poses supine. We'll come into a bridge pose. Heels in a little closer to the glutes, hip distance apart. And we'll take a moving bridge. So as you inhale, reach the hips up to the sky, reach the arms up and over so the backs of the hands touch the ground. And as you exhale, lower the hips and glutes, palms. Go at your own pace here. Take these a few times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Just a couple times. One more each way. Once you've lowered all the way down to the ground, bend your right knee, hug into the middle of the body, interlace your hands, hold the back of the right hamstring. And then we'll take a half happy baby. Take your right hand to the outside edge of the right foot, and then just bring the knee off to the side of the rib cage. Take another deep breath. Inhale, just bring the knee back to the middle and we'll take a figure four. So cross the right foot onto the left thigh. You can stay right here, taking the right hand to the inner thigh, or maybe it feels good to interlace your hands behind the back of the left hamstring, hugging everything in a little tighter. Just come back to your Ujjayi breath. Slow down the rate of the heart. Take one more deep breath here. Gently lower the left foot down. Hug the right knee in, and then gently lower the right foot down. Hug the left knee in, holding on to the back of the left hamstring, just drawing the knee into the midline of the body. We'll come into that half happy baby. Hold on to the outside edge of the left foot. Draw the knee off to the side of the left rib cage. One more deep breath in. We'll come to that half or that supine pigeon pose. So left foot to the top of the right thigh. Either stay right here or option to take the hands behind the left hamstring and just hug everything in. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, release your right foot down to the ground. Hug your left knee in. We'll take a supine bound ankle, so the soles of the feet come together, knees out wide. Hands to the belly, and just take a couple deep breaths. Inhaling the hands into the palms. Exhale, sinking down, letting the low back settle to the ground. Deep breath into the belly. Exhale, just starting to soften the muscles. Again, continue with your hands on your belly. Or if you'd like to reach the arms up overhead, just keep the small of the low back on the ground. Take one more deep breath here. Gently bring the hands to the thighs. Draw the knees in towards the middle of the body. Coming into a spinal twist. Knees lower off to the right. Hug them in closely towards the torso. An option to open the arms out like a T, just looking over the left shoulder. Take an inhale, hug the knees back to the middle of the body. Exhale, knees over to the left. And again, you can open the arms out or just give yourself a big hug here. Then just take an inhale, hug your knees back into the middle of the body. And exhale to lower the soles of the feet down to the ground. And just start to make your way into the most comfortable final relaxation posture. Starting to relax the space between your eyebrows. Relax down your jaw. Relax the tops of your collarbones, the chest. Relax the back of your right shoulder, right arm, right hand. Relax your left shoulder, left arm, left hand. Relax the upper back, middle of your back, lower back. Relax your stomach muscles. Coming back to a natural rhythm of breath. Relax your hips, right glute, right leg, right foot. Relax your left glute, left leg, left foot. Begin to relax your whole body. Slowly begin to bring awareness back to your body. Start to deepen your breath. Bring some movement to your fingers and toes. Gently reach your arms overhead for a stretch. Rolling out your wrists and ankles. Hug your knees gently to the midline of the body. And slowly to your favorite side, fetal position. Taking just a deep breath here. slowly come up to a seated position. Taking another full inhale, deep exhale. Thank you so much for coming to class today. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste. Thank you, good job.